I remember thanking my co-stars Kareena and Rinki, and Kareena also saying it on stage that she's never had an experience or seen a hero thanking his heroine on stage when he gets an award. This is the first time that has happened. Since a year and a half now, I've been doing the online schooling with my son. We have school online and I've been sitting with him every morning. सो उसी में मेरा आधा दिन तो चला जाता है. जब लोगों को मौका मिलेगा सिनेमा में जाने का, वो टूट पड़ेंगे और बॉक्स ऑफिस की मतलब भरपार, क्या बोलते हैं, बॉक्स ऑफिस की तूफान वापस निकल कर आ जाएगी. Such humongous TRPs, and I think what is synonymous with a hit, super hit Akshay Kumar film or a super hit horror comedy. I think that happened even with Lakshmi. Decades is not a small amount of time. It's quite a lot of time, and of course, I pretty much had at least one release a year. So it's not that I've taken any break in these 20 years. So there have been, of course, lots of ups and downs, which is part of any actor's life, and I cherish both sides to that coin because even the successes came after a lot of mistakes that I learned from, and eventually everything really has a happy ending, even in Bollywood, no matter how long you have to wait. So no regrets whatsoever. It's just been very, very fulfilling, challenging, but lots of twists and turns, and the journey itself has been like a Bollywood movie. So I would want to relive this again and again, no matter how many times it can happen, as long as I'm still working and as long as films are still being made. No regrets really. Of course, in the initial stages, there's always a learning curve that we all have to go through. So you kind of, have to fall a bit, make some wrong choices, and that's when you collect your thoughts, you get that experience, and then you realize that it's okay to say no sometimes. It's okay to to speak up for yourself and do whatever makes you feel happy eventually, and that also is the best way to get your best work output out of yourself. So I learned that also the hard way initially, and then I'm kind of turned my career around with Khaki, and thereafter it's been a very steady run. So no regrets really, but just learning experiences. When I stepped onto the first day of my shooting, stepped onto the shooting of my first film, and the first day, it was in Mehboob Studios, and I remember I went to Siddhivinayak with my parents, and my dad dropped me to Mehboob Studios, and I was very nervous, though I was not showing it, and it was a sequence wherein I'm walking with a stick because I'm hurt because of an accident, and then I come to Kareena's house and I propose to her, and then she rejects me, and I wake up with a dream. So I realized that it's better not to take that plunge. So it was a dream sequence, but unfortunately it was edited out of the film because of the length of the film. So that was my first day, and good, it was edited because I was learning on the job, and I think that was like a warm-up day for me. It was only on the third and the fourth day that I started feeling like, okay, this is something that I can get the hang of, and something that I'm beginning to enjoy. It was really, really a school for me, that first schedule. In fact, the first two schedules were like a schooling for me. It's only after that I started picking up the ropes and I started improving day by day, day by day, day by day. But the first day is like, it was quite a bad dream. And the shoot that I was doing was also of a bad dream. The most important award was the Filmfare Award, which I was in Mumbai for, and I went to collect it also. I still remember that day, and I was very nervous because I didn't know if I got Z, then I didn't get screen, so I didn't know whether I would get Filmfare or not. And I just took a chance and went for the award function, and I got it. I was quite excited, and I remember thanking my co-stars Kareena and Rinki, and Kareena also saying it on stage that she's never had an experience or seen a hero thanking his heroine on stage when he gets an award. This is the first time that has happened. So it was sweet. It was a good feeling. I was a little disappointed that we didn't have a choice but to go directly to OTT, and thank God we did, because otherwise we would have been waiting today also.
Right.
Because there was no way we would have released it in November, December, Jan or Feb, because theaters were open but they were not running at full capacity. People were scared. So we did the right thing. So I think that is what kept me strong, that I somehow had that feeling even at that time that maybe this is the right option, because there's no other option and we should just, the film is ready. Why keep it with yourself? Why not just let it out into the universe and let people decide? So in just keeping myself positive, I went with what everyone thought was the best option. And I think it turned out right, because even though when it came on Hotstar initially, there were mixed opinions and mixed reviews. But then gradually, when you found out the views, one found out the views, and when the top 5 charts started coming out by these rating agencies and these tracking agencies, then it was revealed that it's done well on OTT.
Yeah.
And then when it came out on satellite, I think the record was pretty much set straight with such humongous TRPs, and I think what is synonymous with a super hit Akshay Kumar film or a super hit horror comedy. I think that happened even with Lakshmi. So eventually, I feel what all's well that ends well, and what had to happen happened, and it was all good. Obviously, there would have been a week or two of euphoria in a theater,
Right.
and you would have a box office number. But we've pretty much gotten that same validation even otherwise. I think there are movies that have come on OTT and they haven't gotten these numbers. So the difference, when you compare those numbers, those viewership numbers, that Lakshmi has been a more massy film. It's gone to a wider audience. So fingers crossed ki, in future also, one gets to make the right choices and not just wait. Yeah. Of course, I think theaters, OTT, television, they will all coexist. And though OTT has become a great alternative, I've actually started watching shows on these platforms only after the lockdown. I never used to watch them before. But now I've been watching it because it's a great alternative and you don't need to travel, you don't need to go out. So I haven't really missed going to the cinemas, though I know that when cinemas come back, we will all go back to the cinemas on a Friday night or a Saturday night. That culture is in our blood. It's not going to go away from us. So rest assured, we've kind of found a way out for our daily entertainment. Since a year and a half now, I've been doing the online schooling with my son. We have school online and I've been sitting with him every morning. So उसी में मेरा आधा दिन तो चला जाता है. फिर I go to the gym and then I have my work in the afternoon. Like I do what meetings I have to be doing in the afternoon, online हो या कभी-कभी in person एक इंसान के साथ भी हो जाती है meetings. Then the evening again I'm spending a few hours with my son. Then again I have my dinner in the night and then I come back to reading scripts or writing something, whatever my emails are remaining, that need to be done, sending voice notes or whatever the errands that have not been able to be, that haven't been done in the day, during the day, I get them done in the night. So it's a non-stop day. I don't find time to get bored. I don't understand how people get bored in a lockdown. I think maybe because I have a son, so I have a few hours to myself. But and haven't even gone out. I mean, people are meeting their friends and they're meeting one person or two people and going to each other's houses in the building or outside. I haven't even done that, but I still haven't gotten bored because अभी एक नई आदत आ गई है ना, टीवी देखनी है रात को, मतलब कुछ OTT पे कुछ देखना है, तो वो एक दूसरा मतलब रास्ता निकल कर आ गया है. Oh, my takeaways. I mean, I can write a book on my journey as a father. I can't answer it in one question, but I'll just put it very, very briefly and very, very concisely. I'll just say that I think the time that you spend with your son are the most important things that you can give your son. And more than the money or the, if he likes gifts or toys, I think more than any of that, I think the biggest learning that I've also had is that I've spent a lot of time with him, and that is what has stayed on, and that is what has, brought us together and closer and able to do so many things together without, having these, meltdowns that children have. I think he's a balanced child only because I've been with him throughout this journey. And irrespective of my profession and the time that I need to give to my shoots, I try and balance my time during the day, and I manage it quite well so that I'm able to be a good father also. And that's all I can do for him more than anything else. Oh, in that letter, I would definitely, I wouldn't change anything about my first film for sure, because that was raw for sure. But I think that worked for that character. It was not, it was a very real, very boy next door kind of character. So what would I write in the letter to myself? I just tell myself that don't worry, work hard and God is always there to help you if you're willing to take on the challenges that will come in your path. And most importantly, don't worry about what's not in your control. Even if you do screw up at times, don't worry about what's not in your control. At least try to not worry about what's not in your control. And what else? I'll just tell that you meet all kinds of people, and some will be nice to you and some won't be nice to you. But those who are not being nice also, they have their own issues that they're dealing with, which is why they react the way they do. So take everything with a pinch of salt. Just focus on what's right. Focus on your life, your work, and everything falls into place in the end.